you're not sad or depressed. You generate sadness and depression. So because of that, you have the ability to change it, but you have to do something.
Talking about triggers, I think that a lot of women feel that by actually, putting their hands up and saying, hey, I need help with this, that it does show a sign of weakness, when the truth is that it totally shows a sign of strength and self-awareness. And with self-awareness comes complete and utter control in terms of yourself, and the behaviors that you display and where you're going in life. And that really is the ultimate control that each woman out there is looking for in every area of their lives. That is to be able to look in the mirror and to say, okay, I know myself. And like you say, that is the power. That is the strength. That is where lives change and women become super empowered and absolutely extraordinary. So, awesome. Really, really cool.
Yeah, thank you. And that is right. Yeah. That is right. Let's, all have a hug it out moment, because it's true. It's true.
Yeah, and, I think that a lot of women do feel the pressure to perform in every single area of their lives. And if they feel that they can't perform up to their own self-imposed standards, that it does, I guess, rain down on them quite hard. But the truth is that, hey, we've all got our strengths and we've all got our challenges. And once we're aware of those and then also understand that we can reach out for help, and those triggers don't necessarily mean that you're weak, even if you do give in to them and end up, raiding the fridge or pouring one too many glasses of red wine once the kids have gone to bed or at the end of the day, that it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it has no meaning.
The truth is,
it's
that's right. It has no meaning.
Yes, Christine, love it. Yes, it's so true. And this is what the diet industry has done to us as women. We have these ridiculous standards set for us, and I have said this so many times that I'll just throw it out there, that 91% of women hate their body. And, this statistic is just way too high. And the reason we have this self-hatred is because we've got these unrealistic expectations set for us by the diet industry. The amount of women that actually have that Victoria's Secret model body is only 5%. So we're like killing ourselves to try and look like the minority, like what I like to call very lovingly, the genetic freaks of nature are these women. Yes, that's fabulous. They're fabulous and they're stunning, but so are we. We don't have to look like somebody else or be somebody else to be awesome and fabulous. You have your own brand of fabulous, and that's what we want to be enhancing. So, I hear you. It is all about stepping into your power and owning your own gorgeousness instead of twisting yourself into like a salted pretzel to try and steal somebody else's awesomeness. It was never meant for you. You're not going to get it. It's not yours. We want to embrace and empower ourselves to step into our own awesomeness. And this is why I love you so much.
Thanks. Awesome. Cool. Okay, so let me ask you this.
Yes.
It's really awesome and easy for us to, get up when we're having a great day and set our intentions and go about our day with energy and abundance and gratitude. And, we get shit done on those days. It's totally almost what we call in flow. We say we're in flow, right? Yeah. Where everything is easy. What about those days where you don't want to get out of bed, when that alarm goes off for you at 4:45 a.m. and you're thinking, oh, snooze? How is it that you motivate yourself, and how do you stay motivated in the moments where it's really easy to just throw the towel in and say, stuff this, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah.
Or, stuff this, I'm going to eat that packet of Oreos, or whatever it may be.
I know, right? I think there's two really important things. And one of them is that understanding that running your life entirely by your feelings, you're never going to get anywhere. Or you will get somewhere. It just might not be a place where you want to be. But I think mindset is the number one thing to pay attention to. And this sort of almost sounds like it's a bit of a sort of, I don't know, juxtaposition that's sitting side by side, and it is still super important to pay attention to our feelings. So if I don't feel like it, I have to really analyze and just go, listen, am I just being a little lazy today, or what is the deal? Because, you know, I will get my head in the game by thinking about what is required of me. What is required of me to be able to live a life that I'm proud of, and who is relying on me today? There's many things that you can do. And if you're literally actually physically exhausted, then I would honor those feelings, and that happens from time to time. Sometimes the alarm will go off and I'm super tired, and I think, okay, if I'm going to push myself forward now, that will not be honoring my body and my needs and requirements right now, because I am really tired. And in that case, I would let it go, you know, until I feel that it's okay now. I'm going to get up now, 20 minutes later, half an hour later, whatever. Get the sleep, because otherwise, if you're too sleep deprived, you're just like powering forward. Well, that messes with your hunger signals. So that's not going to be helpful. How is that helpful? That is not. So, you know, but mainly and always, it is a mindset gig. This, you know, the whole thing that we have with our own motivation and getting our act together in our lives, and whether we make progress or success or whether we don't, it's it's the beginning, the middle, and the end of the story. It all starts up here. So it really does start for me with being very intentional. I don't just run my day by how I feel. You know, I can't run it by, you know, well, I don't want to do this, or I don't want to do that. I mean, we're not 2 years old anymore. We've got to decide what kind of quality of life you want for yourself. If we're constantly just caving to our feelings, you're just not going to live a life that you are really fully happy with and in love with. So, as I said, I'm very intentional about the steps that I take. So again, with those, I have electronic, you know, reminders and intentions on my phone. It's the first thing I do, is I look at those and I read them out loud. I read them and I read them out loud first thing initially, to get my head in the game. That is what I do for motivation. And also I'm a big music fan, so I will jump out of bed and throw on some really cool music loud. And does it mean I feel like dancing about or do it? No, sometimes it makes me more grumpy for a second, but I don't care. I'll do it because I just feel like it's so important to shift. If you're in a negative place initially, you got to shift it. And as we said, it's your responsibility to do that. So use any tool and trick that you have in your fancy basket of tricks. Do whatever it takes to shift that energy, because it is an energy. It is an energy. It's not who you are. You don't, you're not sad or depressed. You generate sadness and depression. So because of that, you have the ability to change it, but you have to do something. Just sitting around eating Oreos going, I'm so sad and depressed, isn't going to shift that energy away from you. It's only going to exacerbate the situation. So that is what I do. I'll use any tools, tips, tricks, you know, put something funny on the TV. If you watch TV, I don't know. I don't watch a lot of TV, but music is a big one for me, and writing out. If I'm not feeling it, I'll start writing it until I do feel it. And you don't just write out lines of I feel great. You got to write them, feel them, write them, feel them. That's the tool that I use and find to be the most powerful to keep my mojo high for each day.